Doing it. We are live. We're in charge. We're alive and we're live all at the same time. What about that? Hey, I'm excited tonight. Another night we get to talk about the Super Bowl. How about it, guys? How about that Super Bowl, huh? Let's talk a little stats. Let's talk a little bit about how they did, where they came from. Who am I already wants to join. Look at that. I love it.
Yeah,
Hey, who am I? What's going on?
I remember being live yesterday.
Yeah, I know. What 2 days in a row? I love it. Anything new? Any new thoughts come across your mind in the last 24 hours?
I don't know, man.
Okay. No problem. No big deal. No big deal.
Also,
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl might go off for over 250 plus passing yards.
Might go for how long? Say that again.
250 plus passing yards.
Wow. Holy cow. Look at you. So do you think that because you're an Eagles fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that your man or one of your men, Jalen Hurts, will throw for over 246 yards like he did against Washington or under?
I think he's going to go over.
You think he'll go over that? Wow. Okay. Because the one thing that people have been talking about before Jalen Hurts got involved, before the game against Washington, rather, is he wasn't really having fantastic passing days. Like his games were not that great passing wise. He
I
had,
think
yeah,
mainly the reason was for a little bit.
yeah,
I'll be fair, he wasn't doing too good with passing.
no, he had he had,
But
he had 131.
Saquon Barkley's getting the ball a lot.
Well, that's true. He had 131 yards passing against Green Bay in the playoffs and 128 against the Rams. Against the Rams, he had zero throwing, or that's rushing. Okay, this is all passing. 128. Let's see. He had where's the TDs? Oh, he had zero TDs against the Rams. He had two throwing against the Pack, and he had one against Washington. But let's see how he did rushing. Did they give me anything else on that? No, he had. Yeah, but he did have rushing last week. These are weird stats. Oh, here we go. I know what to do. Okay. He had three, obviously. One. He's had more rushing touchdowns. Hey, Chance's here. They'll get Chance in the fight. All right, Chance. Wait, was Chance on last night? Is Chance another Eagle fan? Chance, are you an Eagle fan?
No.
Oh, what? Who's your team? Uh oh,
Saints.
the Saints. All right, who you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
Eagles.
Eagles. All right, we have two people on the line who are going for the Eagles. Donnie Betts is here. Hey, Donnie, how's it going? Donnie, if you want to jump in, you got two folks pulling for the Eagles. I know you're a big Chiefs fan. So, did I miss you? All right. Nathaniel, how's it going over there? Jump on when you can. Nick wants to join. I think Nick. Oh, Nick, this is sick as. Nathaniel, you got to jump on TikTok, buddy. All right. Hey, Nick, you there?
Yeah, we do.
Hey, this is sick ass, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, all right. Now, who are you rooting for? I can't remember.
I don't really care. I'm a Bills fan.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. So okay, so I haven't really talked to you. What were your thoughts about the game?
I've never thought a game in my life has been influenced by the refs,
Okay.
but that game did have some calls that influenced the game.
So besides uh the Josh Allen first down and 4th and 1 and whether he made it or he didn't, besides that one, I think that one was actually a first down. But what were the other calls that stood out to you?
Oh, the Xavier Worthy reception and the ball was on the turf.
Oh, the 50-50?
Yes.
Okay,
The
yeah.
ball was on the ground. So
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you. Yep. Yep.
There's a video of Greg Rousseau getting his helmet ripped off,
Okay.
and that was never called for hands in the face or anything.
Okay. Gotcha.
During the 4th and 1 stop, Josh Allen had hands in his face, and that face mask was never called.
Gotcha.
Travis Kelsey was taunting DeMar Hamlin.
Oh, yeah.
As Jordan Phillips went over to him.
Yep.
Jordan Phillips got flagged.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, was Jordan Phillips the one who like headbutted him as he came up?
I won't say a headbutt him, but he got in his face.
Okay. I thought in that reaction there was some sort of physical touching, I guess, of some, like they touched helmets or something like that. So
yeah, there might have been.
Yeah. I hear. Now, are you from the Buffalo area?
Yeah, I'm from Rochester.
Okay. So, man, you live and die this then. I mean, you're not just like, it's not just about rooting for a team or, oh, you hope to see the Chiefs lose. It's really about like, you're just broke right now. Like, you don't even want to watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, I hear you, dude. I know the feeling. I look, as you know, I live in St. Louis. I don't really have a fight in the battle, but when the Rams lost to New England in that Super Bowl, like in 01 or whatever, I couldn't say the word football. I couldn't talk about the Super Bowl. I was just crushed. I was absolutely positively crushed. So I know exactly what you're feeling. So
how were you when the Rams went from St. Louis to Los Angeles?
Well, Stan Kroenke, the owner, was kind of a jerk on the way out. Like, he said some horrible things about the city of St. Louis, and I think every city has its flaws. And so I was, at that point, I was actually mad at him, and I wanted him to go. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't want them to go. I didn't want the team to go, but I wanted him to go. But there was no way he was taking the team there because it was a business venture. I mean, he was doubling or tripling the value of that team by going to Los Angeles. From a business aspect, I understood what he did. He just didn't have to trash St. Louis on the way out. He could just say, look, guy, like, because the city sued them or sued him or sued the NFL for the way that it went down, because they actually broke their own when you move, the moving rules to move a team, that they broke the NFL, like they broke their own rules because there was a committee that said, oh no, keep the Rams there, but move San Diego and Oakland to Los Angeles. Move the Raiders to Los Angeles and the Chargers to Los Angeles. So they broke their own rules, and the city of St. Louis sued them and won like $750 million or something. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, right now, I will say it's a little weird because I don't have a team I root for, but it also makes, as you know, like the fantasy stuff easier, because I'm way more objective, because I don't have one team that I'm like, oh, but I really like him, and oh, but he's really good too. Yeah, I don't have any emotions to it, I mean, I'm which is kind of nice, because I can really look when you guys ask me questions and come up with an objective answer. So more viewers. Okay, more viewers. Let's share. Oh, we got Donnie joining, and is that the black dot? I don't think he's ever joined on a live. We'll see if they join us. Oh, see, when two people come up. Anyway, this system, TikTok, is not great. It just isn't. Let's see. Oh no, this is M. Okay, I'll get M on, and then I'm going to get Donnie on. Hello?
How's it going?
How are you, man? What's going on?
I'm doing great.
Good to hear. Who?
How are you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty glad you're on board. What are your thoughts about the Super Bowl? Who do you want to win? All that good stuff.
I think the Chargers are going to win it.
You think the Chargers are going to win it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Nathaniel, what are you thinking right now? You think what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah.
You think we should we mute him? We're going to mute him. All right. Hey, what's up, Donnie? What's going on? Yes, Donnie.
Hello?
Hey, oh, I got to mute this guy. Hey, Donnie.
Hello?
We're just disconnecting with him. Okay. Yeah, I just Nathaniel knows me, and we know each other so well. Okay, so Donnie, let us know. Donnie's sort of our our Vegas insider guy, okay? What has any of the lines changed? Have any of the numbers changed? What are you seeing right now? Hey, Donnie, I hate to interrupt. Talk. For some reason, you kind of go in and out. I don't know if you're moving your head or whatever, but just talk normally into the whatever camera you're using or microphone you're using, so we can get this on. Because I also have people on YouTube listening as well. So
Can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. No, yeah, the line's still hovering around 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
Yeah, the game with Buffalo, it waited till the last minute, like a day, for it to move. So I think it'll stay there. Maybe
Okay.
the money will move a little towards the Eagles. But, where we stand, we're still rolling with the Kansas City Chiefs. So I mean, we've seen this movie before. I think they'll just, they're gonna figure it out. I thought it was interesting. So they have the Super Bowl MVP
Yeah.
on it. So Hurts is plus 360.
Okay.
So that's a long shot.
Yeah.
Barkley is plus 275.
Oh wow.
Another kind of long shot. Mahomes is even money.
He's even money.
Yeah, so that's interesting. That's what Vegas thinks.
Wow. Yeah, that is kind of surprising.
Huge long shot, and Barkley's right behind it. Plus
Wow.
275.
Wow.
They like Mahomes for even money.
Interesting. What's the over under?
47.5.
40. Oh, 47.5. Okay, I thought it was 49. Okay, 47.5. All right. So we're looking at a 23, 24, 24, 25, 23, 25 kind of game. All right. All right. If you're
Weird. Like, it's never what you think is going to happen. Like, you think it's high scoring, it'll be low scoring. You think it's going to be defense, it'll be offensive.
yeah.
I think Barkley goes for 200, he goes for, It's just, it's a different game. You just get last month, few games.
Yeah.
Never weeks to prepare. Andy Reid, he holds the all-time record for coaches. The record for both the Eagles and Kansas. He holds the all-time coach for wins for Kansas City.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's the only coach that has 10 playoff wins with two different franchises.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Super Bowl four times. And remember, he's 8-0 against Vic, the defensive coordinator. Vic
Spagnuolo.
Vic, yeah.
Oh, Vic. Oh, Fangio. Yeah.
Yeah, Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
He's 8-0 against him. That's hard to gloss over, too.
Oh, that's interesting. I had not heard that yet at all. Did you? I'm just making sure everybody on YouTube. Jose Cruz Torres has a question out there, but I'll get to that in a second. Our man Donnie Betts just said that Coach Andy Reid is 8-0 against the offense or the defensive coordinator of Vic Fangio of the Eagles. So that is that's not something, Nathaniel, you want to hear, right, buddy?
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
also.
here we go. What's that?
The defensive coaches that the Eagles have hired have tried mocking the Vic Fangio defense. And it has not gone well.
Who's done that?
All of the defensive coordinators that the Eagles have hired.
Okay, I got you. All right, Jose Cruz Torres on YouTube asks, if you're starting a franchise but had to pick Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert, this is a out of left field kind of question. Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert, who are you taking? All right, let's go to our panel here. Who am I? All right, Jose Cruz Torres asks, if you're picking a franchise, do you pick Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert first? Who am I? What do you think?
So obviously I'm an Eagles fan,
Yep.
but I don't want to be biased.
Okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think Justin Herbert, he has potential in him. It just hasn't been met yet.
All right. All right.
So I think
Yeah. Go ahead.
he's younger, he's faster. Dak Prescott, I just don't think he should be able to die. He's aging. And just in general, I don't see it either if I'm starting to freak out.
Okay. Chance, what are your thoughts, Chance?
I would go with Justin Herbert
Okay. A second Justin Herbert, Jose.
because I think that Prescott fell off a little bit.
Well, he did get injured. That's why he kind of fell off, and their offense wasn't quite as good as it was the year before, even before that. But yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Nathaniel, any thoughts?
Yeah, I agree.
Herbert, okay. Donnie, you want to weigh in at all?
Yeah, I agree, Herbie. Hey, has anybody heard about the Babe Ruth? Didn't Buffalo Bills have a chance to draft Mahomes and they traded?
Yeah, well, they were on the clock. Apparently, they were on the clock, and Kansas City wanted the 10th pick in 2017. And they said right when they were on the clock, hey, we'll trade you. And they gave them, I'm guessing their first round and a couple other picks. And with that pick, they traded to Buffalo. They got Patrick Mahomes. Now, the other story about this happened last year with Xavier Worthy, where Kansas City had the pick but moved up and traded the Buffalo Bills to get Xavier Worthy at number 27. So the Bills haven't just done it once, they've done it twice.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to own the Bills. The Bills are in big trouble trying to beat them. They're going to win the regular season games, but Kansas City's going to send them home every time.
Yeah. Yeah. The one, on Mike Greenberg brought up the fact that, he was talking about the fact that now Josh Allen has lost 4 times in the playoffs to the Chiefs.
Yeah, and 0-4. Remember we said that 0-4.
Yeah. That is just that,
Supposed to do it. All I heard was how the Bills are different, they're better, they're going to get them. And nope. Not a chance.
Yeah. So it's going to be.
It's in their DNA, man. They just know how to win. Kansas City just knows how to win.
Can't.
DNA.
They do.
5 out of the last Super Bowls. 5 out of the last 6 Super Bowls.
Well, they've been to. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they just know how to win. It's in their DNA.
Well, and I think. All right, AB Shift says, "Shut up." Okay, he's a little crass. It's a 5-point differential with all their meetings. Chiefs never have the game in hand. Well, I think the storyline with the Bills and the Chiefs, and I'm not taking a side per se because I do like trying to be objective, is the fact though that in the playoffs the Chiefs beat the Bills. And during the season, regular season, it's sometimes or mostly the other way around. So, with all their meetings are most important in the playoffs, AB. I'm not taking anything away from the Bills. Look, Joe Burrow and Tom Brady both sent Mahomes packing. They both have beaten Mahomes. Now, the problem with Joe Burrow, and I like Joe Burrow as a quarterback. I really enjoy watching him. I went to a Cincinnati game this year, and I really enjoyed watching him play. He was a lot of fun. But I'll say this is, what did they start off, Nathaniel, like 0-4 or something stupid like that, Cincinnati? Yeah, when you start like that, you've already put yourself behind the 8 ball, and it's going to be tough to make anything. So,
Here's what I think about Joe Burrow today.
Okay.
Because I think Joe Burrow, without a doubt, he's a great quarterback. Like you can say, he is a top 5 quarterback. But the thing is, I just feel like this year they obviously went on and didn't make the playoffs. I just feel like they started playing really, really good near the end of the season.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have been the guy. He should have been able to step up at the beginning of the season, and they probably would have made the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, if he would played better, every game is usually 7 points or less. Regular playoff, neither team is guaranteed to beat the other. Yeah, Yeah, AB, the games are close. There's no doubt about that. Between, I guess you're talking about the Chiefs and the Bills still. The games are close. There's no doubt about that. And they are exciting games. I mean, it is a lot of fun. They're heavyweight fights when they play each other, you know. It's a matter right now of can they get over that proverbial hump? You know, the Chiefs have beaten them in the playoffs. They've beaten the Chiefs in the regular season. And you know, people have different theories about that. You know, it's during the regular season, it doesn't matter. In the playoffs, it does matter. But I would say for the most part, there are a few things going into that game and going into the playoffs. The one thing I kept saying was the Bills defense was, yes, they played better. I understand that. I'm saying going into the playoffs, though, towards the end of the season, their defense was not ranked very well. Like I would watch the numbers. Now, again, my vantage point was always fantasy points, fantasy points, fantasy points. You know, how many fantasy points they give up to a quarterback, to a running back, to a wide receiver and tight end. They were dropping back. At one time, all four of the categories, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end, were all in the 20s, which was bad. You want to be like in the number one. So I knew going in that they had some deficiencies, you know, defensively. And that's why if there's any team out there, I do think that Philadelphia can beat these guys. I actually think Philadelphia can beat them. Now, if I had to bet, I would, of course, like I say, hey, what's up, man? Hey, he's got a live camera on, guys. Hey, is it what is it, Briss or it's that can't be Briss, it's Bryce, right? What is it?
Yes, sir. Bryce. Yep.
Bryce. Okay, good. And then Nestor's still all right. So Bryce, what are your thoughts on the Super Bowl? Who do you want to win? All that good stuff.
Well, since my money's on Kansas, I'm hoping Kansas wins.
Okay.
I don't want to see them three-peat, to be honest.
Okay. So you're kind of rooting against your heart, but you're rooting where you think, well, what's really going to happen, I guess. So, and
It's hard to root against the refs.
yeah. Well, there is that. There's a lot of people saying that. I mean, that is really, that's the national story right now. And I guess part of that got escalated, and I guess Nestor couldn't join us. Okay, you guys might know the story a little bit better than me. Maybe Nathaniel, you're always following this stuff. Did Tom Brady kind of start this? Was that what I've heard? That there was like,
He actually took hits.
okay.
And he took punches in the backfield. It's not as soft as it is today. Tom Brady is different than
Well, no. What I mean is, from the broadcast booth, there was an announcer who, over the last week, like for like a year and a half, they've been talking about how the Chiefs get.
Greg Olsen?
Was it Greg Olsen? I thought I read it was Tom Brady. Somebody in the booth, and they were asking for the person to apologize, even because they made a comment like, "Oh, the refs are really in favor with Kansas City," and it was sort of a throwaway line, but it got all of this stuff even higher than it was because, like I said, for the last year and a half, people have been saying this. It just hasn't been this big. It hasn't been this important. So, you know, so what's that?
The comment that Brady made?
Yeah, I think during the game anyway. So, yeah.
Look, Vegas, with Vegas being involved in everything and people betting on all this shit, I think it's just a script. Not in a script, but really, like, the refs do play a factor, and they're going to throw this game for.
Now, do you think it's like WWE where it's like, hey, we're going to have the Chiefs win? No. Okay. Okay.
I think the refs are just involved. Like, they're going to throw a holding on Philly with Saquon getting a touchdown run 60 yards. Watch. Just wait. It's gonna be nuts. They're gonna call the holding flags. All
The
that.
Eagles are not winning.
Uh-oh, Nelson is saying the Eagles are not winning. Why? How are the Eagles getting stopped?
It's already been decided.
It's already been decided. Okay.
It's already been decided.
All right.
Script, Nelson? Yeah,
It's called the NFL front office.
NFL front. Are you an Eagles fan? Nelson? No. Okay. What team do you root for, Nelson?
I'm not an Eagles fan or a Chiefs fan.
Okay, who do you root for?
I'm rooting for the three-peat because that's what's going to happen. Roger Goodell already decided on it.
I know, but what team do you normally root for?
Packers and Vikings.
Packers and Vikings, like mortal enemies. How do you? Are you a Detroit fan, Bryce?
I'm a Bears fan.
Bears fan. Okay.
How can you be a Packers and a
I know. How can you be a Packers and Vikings fan? I do want to know this, Nelson, because they're like enemies, aren't they? They have to be.
Quarterbacks played for both teams.
Oh, Brett Favre. You're
Bingo.
so you're kind of like a Uber Packers fan, but you started watching the Vikings because Favre played for them. Okay, but it still would be tough. Okay.
Was he a nice guy? Was Brett Favre a nice guy? Anybody?
I would say no. He was kind of a dirtbag. He stole what the University of Mississippi kind of stole a bunch of money from them, didn't he, or something like that, or the state or something like that.
Care about his personal life.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. I mean, from a personal standpoint, he's not one of my favorites, but you're right. He was great on the field. There's no doubt about that. I'm not. Oh, those were big ones though. But yes,
Yeah,
those were some big mistakes. Yeah. So
He who lives in a glass house should not throw stones.
look, I know that I've made mistakes. I can tell you my mistakes, but I'll say that was millions of dollars he was taking away from like.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a mistake. That was on purpose, man.
Yeah, that was not a mistake. He knew what he was doing. Wasn't it for a volleyball center for his daughter to play in kind of thing? He had the money diverted from the state.
He doesn't care. Nelson's got the script.
Bryce, you join anytime you want, Bryce. So Nelson, what do you do when the Vikings play the Packers? Because they play each other.
They made the best team win.
That's it? You don't root for one?
Yep.
You don't even pick like the home team because they play each other twice a year. You don't even pick. Okay, so here's my question. Are you a Jordan Love fan or a Sam Darnold fan?
Well, Sam Darnold is no longer with the Vikings.
Well, that's true. Okay. Did you like what Sam Darnold did this year?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Where do you think?
Better than Love?
Yeah, better than Love?
No, I like both of them the same.
Okay.
The same.
The same. Wow. All right. So were you upset when the Vikings lost and the Packers lost in the playoffs?
Of course I was.
Okay. Now, if they had played each other in the playoffs, would you not have been upset when one team lost?
No, I wouldn't have been upset.
Okay. So you wouldn't have been
I don't think he has a real team.
Yeah, you
What do
would.
you think about Caleb Williams owning Lambeau Field?
Caleb Williams, yeah. I think he's gonna.
No, in Lambeau Field. He's 1-0. We haven't won in Lambeau Field for a long time.
Now, Nelson, are there any
But
teams?
when the Vikings showed
What's that?
for respect, earned my respect.
Brett Favre is a piece of shit, man. Sorry.
Or are you a piece of shit?
Oh, here we go.
I didn't steal millions of dollars from a fundraiser.
Who cares? It's done and over with.
It's not over with. It happened. Regardless, it happened.
It's done and
Besides
over
who
with.
you
He's
are.
not going to suffer for it.
He has millions himself, and he's over here stealing. That's crazy.
Well, where
He
did
didn't get punished for it. He's not going to go to prison for
He
it.
did get punished for it. He had to pay all that
No,
money
he
back.
didn't.
Yeah, he had to pay the money
He
back.
didn't.
He got punished for it. He got convicted and
No, he didn't.
He did.
He only paid part of it, not all of it.
Oh, he didn't pay all the money that he stole, but just part of it.
Yeah, because it was like hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't know that he could have afforded that. I mean, you know, like he made a lot of money, but I don't think he made that much money. When you're making an agreement with the court, you are really a dirtbag. So,
Everybody's a dirtbag in life, so get over it.
Yourself, man, but that is not us.
dude, he stole welfare money. It wasn't like he was. He stole welfare money. He stole money from like families and kids.
Who cares?
He said he is not a dirtbag.
This is Nathaniel. This is the best ever.
Just sit back and relax.
Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't bother you that he stole all that money from like families and things and like kids. You're just happy that he was your favorite quarterback.
All I care about is his NFL career. His personal life is not important.
Now, okay, so Nelson, I have a kind of a serious question though. Okay, for a second. Are you a Jets fan? Because he did play for the Jets. You're not a, why are you not a Jets fan then?
They probably just because they suck.
Well, you know, Minnesota wasn't that much better. So you're
Money from the Jets.
you're not a he also got in trouble. Bryce, I don't know if you remember this. He got in trouble with the Jets because he was sending some person that worked for the Jets like some text messages or photos of that were extraordinarily inappropriate. So he's
All that got proven to be false.
I mean, you know, he's done a few things, you know, that are
No,
I-
but he's a stand-up guy. Don't get it wrong. He's a stand-up guy, and he'll do anything the same some homeless
I
children
never
do.
said that. I just said that what happened with the Jets, they got proven to be false.
Brett Favre isn't even top 20. He's not even top 20 of best quarterbacks. But so go argue that somewhere else. I ain't gonna lie. He's not even top 20.
So Nelson, are you from Wisconsin? Is that how you got to like Brett Favre, or are you just one of those guys that's a Green Bay Packer fan? There's a lot of them across the country. I do
I'm
know.
adopted, and my adopted side of the family is from Wisconsin.
Okay. They're all Green Bay Packer fans. Okay.
So you're a
Yes,
Green
they
Bay
all
fan, but you
part
guys
of Green
suck
Bay.
so bad that you have to be a Vikings fan, but the
wanted to be
Vikings suck
different,
so
Nelson?
bad that you can't be a fan. That makes sense. So you're a fan of two different teams in the NFC North, and they're both shit. I love it.
There's no rule that says I can't be a fan of two teams.
There is no rule. You're
No,
you're right.
I know. Go ahead, but they're both dog shit.
Well,
Both suck.
oh, but he okay, but fair is fair, Bryce.
Teams that suck.
He could say that about the Bears. He could say that about the Bears.
But if we had a good coach that called timeouts, we would have won every single game in the NFC.
Well, okay, that's true. That's true. That is
We whooped their ass. So hey, go ahead. You can have the best players. We didn't have an offensive coordinator. We didn't even have a head coach to dog walk you guys. But we did it. It's fine. That's cool. It's all right. We're gonna figure it out next year.
oh
Talk my shit next
Oh,
year for sure.
hey, Bryce, in September 7th, 2023, a lawsuit filed by two massage therapists who sued retired NFL quarterback Brett Favre over claims he sent racy text messages has been settled. This guy, the hits just keep coming.
He's a stand-up guy, bro. What are you talking about? He's a stand-up guy.
Apparently he likes to stand up. Oh boy.
It's Mr. Perfect.
Well, look,
So what do you have to say about that? He's convicted.
yeah. Well, it was settled. He wasn't convicted. It was settled. He probably paid him off.
Oh well, yeah.
My business is personal life.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I'm starting to get the
Stop. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice.
No, I'm just saying it's friendly, but it's just really.
So, Nelson, let me ask you this. If you're a Packers fan, all right, but it sounds like you're more a Brett Favre fan, but are you an Aaron Rodgers fan then? Because he was good with the Packers. You can't stand it. Why not? He got you to a Super Bowl. You won. He said, okay. 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 So there is, so you hate the Jets though. Why do you hate the Jets?
I don't hate the Jets. I just don't follow them.
But it's,
Sucks everything.
but what's the,
It's probably because they suck.
okay, they suck. I get it, but it's not like Minnesota was like turning a lot of heads 2 or 3 years ago, and he's still like them. And if he liked Minnesota because Brett Favre played for them, do you like Atlanta? Brett Favre played for the Falcons. He started there. You know, are there any?
I didn't know about him.
Yeah, he started with the Falcons. They actually traded to get Brett Favre, and
He didn't even know that he played it for Atlanta. So how do you know that he knew anything about the allegation?
yeah, well, there's that. There is that. So.
He's just focused on Minnesota.
Like I said, I don't care about his personal life. It's none of my business.
Well, if you lived in if you lived in Mississippi, it'd be your business. That's for sure. Especially if you were getting welfare checks. But okay, so Nelson, what do you like any teams in the AFC?
I only like the Packers and the Vikings.
That's it. But
That's not the AFC. That's the NFC.
I know, but you don't like any other teams though. But you're rooting for the Chiefs though, correct?
Yes, because I like to see my home free.
So could you say that you kind of like the Chiefs?
No.
Okay.
I just like the player.
Okay, I got you. I like Mahomes too. I like Mahomes too. All right, I was just seeing if maybe they were, you know, an AFC team that you now do. So, okay, so will there come a time where you'll begin to like another team because you like a player on that team, like you did with Favre and going to Minnesota?
No, because the NFL is different now.
Oh, how's it different?
Different, huh? How's it different?
The way they run the business.
Oh, oh, how do they run the? How's the business different?
Well, as you can see with the Chiefs, it's set up for them to three-peat.
Oh, the script. Oh, yes, the script. I forgot about the script.
He thinks it's WWE. I get it. Okay, it's okay. I get it.
Yeah. So what else does the script specifically say, Nelson? Does it have anything in specifics?
Somehow I get a feeling you're mocking me.
No, I'm wondering if they have a script. Like they want the Chiefs to win. Is there anything else in the script? I'm not mocking you. Honest. Is it just make sure the Chiefs win?
NFL under Roger Goodell,
Yeah. Yeah. The NFL under Roger Goodell, what? Nelson?
Good analysis, Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson.
Well
No,
done.
Nelson, what happened?
The only thing I can't agree with him is yes, the refs in Vegas. I understand that Vegas does have a big role in it.
Oh, I think so too.
The favorite, the minus is Philadelphia winning this right now for the Vegas odds. So why would they pay out Kansas City? It's a bet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Saquon's just gonna cook.
All right, shut the fuck up. That's not gonna happen. He's gonna get shut down. Probably gonna get
No,
shut
he's
down.
not.
It's like it's Super Bowl game. Nobody's gonna
I
cook.
didn't even realize Dre's was in here.
Yeah, Dre's is here. My man Dre's. Yes, I mean, look, sort of what Bryce is saying is right. Either, well, kind of. My thought is either Saquon is going to run for 220 yards or he's going to run for 70.
No, they're gonna call him back every time with a fucking flag. dude.
Well, they could do that. Yeah,
Holding
that's too.
offense.
They could
Yep.
do that. They
They're
could
gonna
do that.
every time. Holding offense. It was a touchdown fucking run. What the hell?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think
Done
part
all season.
I think part of it is, boy, I wish Nelson would come back in. I really wanted to know what the script said. No, no, unfortunately, but no, I think that the game. Well, in my mind, it is if you whoever controls Saquon, whether he runs a lot, that's Philadelphia, or if he runs a little, that's Kansas City. I think that's where the game goes. I mean, I can't think of anything else. You know, Kansas City last game they
He's gonna run all over the Chiefs defense.
No, he's not.
No. Yes, he is.
Saquon Barkley cannot be stopped.
well here I'll
Josh Jones and Nick Bolton aren't gonna do anything.
He's gonna get shut down. And honestly, the Chiefs.
By who?
Okay, so answer me this question.
here we go.
That's the only thing that the Eagles offense utilizes. Because the past 3 years, the Eagles they've been on a decline, a major decline of their offense until Saquon came through. Okay, so
They
Saquon.
made Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Wait, this is last year. This is the year before, and this is the year prior to that. Okay, with Sirianni, Nick Sirianni. You're not listening. I think you're wanting to talk. So I'm glad. Okay, Saquon gets his points. He gets his points, but we know how deadly the Chiefs' offense is, bro. They are stacked to the ground. They're gonna get their points too. Saquon can't win that game single-handedly. He can't. Who else is gonna step up?
The receivers that they have.
Who?
Like AJ.
Devontae Smith dropping 25 passes this season.
I trust Dallas Goddard.
Me
AJ
Yeah,
Brown getting double. Come on, no.
Yesterday I
You
said
guys
this.
are
I
so-
think Dallas Goddard could run.
Hold on, one at a time, one at a time. Go ahead.
Dallas Goddard is good, bro. I remember saying it yesterday. I think in the Super Bowl, Dallas Goddard might have a one-handed catch. I don't know why. I just feel that might happen.
Bad echo. but
Yeah, like Dallas
this
Goddard
sounds like
is
a
like
bunch
a
of little
go-to
kids
receiver.
that aren't allowed to be on TikTok. What it sounds like, honestly.
Well, they might be younger, but we all have our opinions. So,
Yeah, but they aren't supposed to be good.
so I will say that I think Jalen Hurts will have a lot of pressure on himself, and so it'll be interesting to see how he deals with that pressure. I know it's kind of a generic thing to say, but I do feel like he's going to have the kind of pressure, or, well, even more than like Goff had against Jaden Daniels, and I thought Goff looked more nervous than Jaden Daniels. You know, I was talking about after that game how cool and collected he you know, it seemed like he was during that game. So I think that's going to be the problem. And it isn't Hurts's knee. Where's that at? Does it bother him? He wears a brace, I believe, but
I think he's good.
he's good. Okay. Well, that'll be helpful. No? What say you, Bryce?
Look, the defense of the Chiefs are going to step up and really just. Did Philadelphia and Kansas play earlier this season?
Bro, the Chiefs defense is not good. It's not that good, bro.
What is up with this audio?
Whose is that?
Are you guys in hell? What's up with the Chiefs?
It's not him.
Holy fuck.
And where are we at with the? Where is that? Who is that? All right.
It's all of them.
Yeah,
They all sound like they're in the pits of hell.
they're all in wind tunnels. So the way the other thing about it is the Chiefs, you wouldn't have known this by watching that Bills Chiefs game, but the Chiefs defense against running backs was really good or pretty good all season. It was much better earlier, but it just didn't move on. Like it it didn't get better. It stayed pretty good. They were middling kind of in the teens.
Regular season or playoff?
I'm talking about regular season. But and my point is, you wouldn't have known that though in the Bills game in the playoffs last week, because James Cook, which again I felt like Buffalo didn't maybe run him as much as they should have, but he was putting up yards at will at some point, in the second half, and so I don't know what happened to that defense or what they were waiting for. Nelson's back.
Actually, you want to know something?
What's that?
On the chat, the Ravens Bills game, I think the Ravens would have won if they gave Derrick Henry the ball more. Like, you gotta get this man 30 rushes a game.
Which guy?
These kids are just not making no sense.
Yeah. So hey Nelson, you want to jump in? Nelson, you want to jump in?
No, if he didn't have 30 carries for Henry, wouldn't make any more sense. It was Mark Andrews dropping every single pass that he was going for. That was Mark Andrews.
Well, Mark Andrews hit that big drop, and
No, there was 30 that he dropped.
he dropped other.
Bills, people are so mad at Donald Kincaid for the drop. But what they're not realizing is that wasn't an easy catch to make. He was already near the ground. It was a low throw ball. It was a hard pressure pass. I don't know why people were like really mad about it. I mean, obviously, you could be mad, but
Well, the one thing I'll say about that, and maybe I'm off on it, but it looked like to me that he was running sort of to his right, and then the ball, when he turned around, the ball was in the other direction. So he had to he basically had to plant himself, turn, and then lay out for that catch, slide, dive, if you will, for that catch. And so that's hard to time. That's very difficult to time. So Wise Guy says NFL script is created through NFL gamers through Madden football. How about that one, Wise Guys? I like that. I like where that's going.
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
The reason I think the Eagles still have a chance, even if there are some bad calls,
Yeah.
is that 2 years ago they played in the Super Bowl with DeAndre Swift as their running back, and a worse team.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
They kept it close.
That's true.
And now they have Saquon, who has 2,000 yards rushing. I just think it's going to be Eagles all the way.
I agree.
And a worse team they're playing against the exact same Chiefs team, except for like D-Hop.
I gotcha.
And they just cooked them.
I feel like the Eagles have a better chance of winning than what they did 2 years ago.
Okay.
Well, there was that holding call in the last Super Bowl they played.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about it.
There's probably going to be some calls like that.
What was it? Tell us about it. What happened?
Well, so the Chiefs receiver was running out, and there was a really bad holding call.
Against Philadelphia?
Barely touched him.
Oh.
Yeah, Philadelphia. I think it was Darius Slay.
Okay.
And they barely grabbed onto him, and they called a holding call.
I gotcha. I hear you. That makes sense. I mean, I had heard earlier in the week or a day or two ago, I think it was, from one of the former head of all the officials from the NFL saying that when you're an official, you really don't even have time to think. You're looking for the foul or the penalty. You really don't have time to process it as far as like throwing the flag and, oh, who does this go against? Now, you can take that for what it's worth. Again, as I said, even last week, I'm naive enough to think that the refs are just calling the games. So,
There is a chance,
yeah.
but it's not a good one. And another reason I think the Eagles are gonna win,
Yeah.
is because the Commanders, they let up only 23 points to the Lions, who are one of the best offenses in the league, and then proceeded to let up 55 points
Yeah.
to the The Eagles.
So you think they have enough offense to win?
Oh yeah, entirely.
I hear you. That makes
Jalen
sense.
Hurts is playing at a good pace of football, but not as great as he could. But Saquon Barkley is just too good for any team to stop him. I think he hasn't had less than 100 rushing yards in any game this season.
Yeah. Like this dude backwards hard or somebody.
Do you not talk about that game? I'm a Jaguars fan, and that hurts me.
Wait, which game?
The one where Saquon hurdled the Jags defender.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that was.
That game hurt me.
Yeah, but that was a play, dude. No offense, but that was. I mean that's a famous play now. That everybody remembers that play. So
That play just incredible.
Of this year. And look, here's my thing.
Our-
People get mad about people complaining about Saquon this is the best thing of the best play of the season. That was the Bills and Amari Cooper thing. It wasn't even supposed to happen. Amari Cooper, he said that he seen Josh Allen running and he was confused. And to be fair, he was still new to the Bills. So he tossed it to him, thinking that it was some play in the playbook that he hadn't learned yet.
I hear you. Okay, let me get it caught up on the chats. Our man Nelson is saying the Eagles are not winning. Wise guys. He was the one talking about the gamers. He's saying NFL games are scripted by hired gamers to create football game during the season and Super Bowl. So it's scripted by the actual gamers who create the game. David Yoll, and I can't remember who he's talking about. Maybe Nathaniel, you remember everything. He said he was holding even. It was laugh out loud. I'm not sure what he was talking about. Wise guys, I wanted to be more specific. Laugh out loud. Oh, I guess they were talking back to each other. Nelson.
What happened to Bryce?
Bryce just dropped off, I think. I think he was getting tired of talking to people that weren't as old as he was. The refs are just doing what they're told by the front office, Nelson says. All right.
Front office, what?
Well, he's saying Nelson's contention is that the NFL's front office is putting the script out. What are you rubbing? Do you have sandpaper? Is that Dre's?
No.
Somebody has sandpaper on their phone or something. Okay, wise guys. Each coach from different team is given a scripted game, just like actors reading lines. Are you really serious, wise guys? Wise guy? Everyone needs to try being a ref for a day before they complain about them. David Yoll says everyone needs to be a ref for a day before they complain about them. Yeah, I mean, when I was listening to the guy that was the head of the NFL officiating, I'll say one thing. If you think about it, okay, a play like well, what were we talking? Oh, like the 50-50 ball or whether or not he made a first down. It's like this. It's like, like you have to throw your flag or not throw your flag in like this amount of time. So it is extraordinarily difficult.
Here's something I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if the NFL has realized this, but no one wants the Chiefs to win, except for Chiefs fans.
That's true.
And Taylor Swift fans.
And so why would they call games against a team the Chiefs are playing? If they want more popularity. Because that's what the NFL's all about pretty much. I understand it's like for Taylor Swift and stuff, but if they want to get more popular and people like them more, just don't call the bad flags.
Yeah. Because I think the Chiefs got a lot of bad flags.
Wait, you think the Chiefs got, like they received, or that they were given bad flags? Like they were given benefits?
Yeah, no,
Now, Nelson is chiming in again. He says the NFL is nothing more than a business. Aton's here. Hey, Aton, what's up? Daniel Barry, yo, what's up? This is all YouTube, but
Nelson is not wrong.
Well, the NFL is definitely a business. I mean, it's definitely a business. There's no, I mean, MLB is a business. The NHL is a business. The NBA is a business. All of them are businesses. It's a question of, this idea of scripting the games. Wise Guy is just pushing more buttons here. For all you know, Taylor Swift is scripting the games. Well, yeah, I mean, and there used to be in the NBA in the 90s what they called like the Jordan rules that, this was a foul if you did it against Jordan, but it wasn't necessarily. Oh boy. I have to do a puzzle, but where's the puzzle? Couldn't connect. I'm glitching, huh? I'm glitching. I'm a Chiefs fan. I endured years of losses. It's our time. Yeah, I mean, the one thing about it is, like, I said this yesterday, and I'm not trying to be mean to Buffalo Bills fans, but whether or not Josh Allen made a first down there or not, there was a lot of really that tush push. Buffalo can't do the tush push. They can't. And if they had run, if they had run another play, maybe he would have got it free and clear and there wouldn't have been any debate. If you want to get a first down, go get a first down. Like make it.
With your superstar running back.
Yeah, exactly. Make it indefeatable. So but they didn't do it. They left it up for chance still. And it's like the old adage a lot of lawyers say. Lawyers usually don't want to go to court because they don't know if they're going to win or not. So do something that gives you the win, and don't pick these things that are 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, and then you got to hope that the refs make the right call. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing about the Eagles that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
They were the tush push so much, even though they have a 2,000-yard rusher.
Well,
just give him the ball.
Like it's literally unstoppable.
Well, he is unstoppable.
Tush push is a guarantee.
Yeah, the tush push.
Give him the ball on the goal line, he'll get a touchdown.
Well,
but they decided to run a tush push, which isn't always guaranteed.
But like in a Washington game, the person jumped over the O-line 2 times just to try to stop it.
Frankie Lou was just diving over the offensive
I
line.
know, bro.
Well, okay, on YouTube, our buddy Aton Nathaniel, who does not want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, says, by the way, did you see on the last 4th down when Kincaid, what's going on? When Kincaid dropped when Kincaid dropped the ball, the flag that was thrown mysteriously disappeared. They just picked it up. Now, I don't necessarily.
I forgot about that.
Now, I don't. Did they ever say though what the flag was?
They threw a flag and then
Yeah.
went away.
Well, because my question.
It was supposed to be on the Chiefs.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Roughing the pass.
Yeah.
It was. How do you know? Okay, how do you know that it was roughing the passer?
Well, because the defender made contact with Josh Allen and the helmets hit.
Okay. So, but what I'm saying is nobody ever said that. It was like you thought that, or did they say that on the broadcast?
Yeah, on the broadcast.
Okay.
It had a flag.
Okay. Hey, Aton, maybe there's more to it than what I'm thinking. You might be right about that, buddy. It might be completely crazy. Now, David Y'all on TikTok says, "What flag?" I don't necessarily remember a flag, but that's because I was so intent on looking at whether or not he could catch that ball, because I was amazed. I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. I was amazed that Josh Allen just didn't throw that ball away. The fact that he made that ball somewhat or a lot, however you look at it, catchable was a big deal. So,
That was a great throw. And it would have been a catch.
all right, let me just see.
Here's the thing: if Josh Allen would have thrown the ball away, that probably would have screwed the game over.
Well, would have.
That would have given
Yeah. No, it would have. It would have.
Great field position.
I guess what I'm saying though, in reality, is it's something. Yeah, thank you, David. Yeah, I try to have good. It was amazing to me that he was able to throw the ball and make it somewhat catchable. Let me put it that way, because I think other quarterbacks would have just thrown it and it would not have even been close to anybody. You know, like maybe not thrown it away, but he made a relatively good throw, you know, under pressure and from a standpoint that would have never gotten him close to it. So,
Well, yeah, because Josh Allen, with his football IQ, he knew that he was going to get pressured really fast because the Chiefs do really good.
Yeah, like everybody was dead to him.
And he just started, like, you could tell he was ready to start running. And I was kind of confused because he had a little bit of an open lane to run for a first down. But he never ended up doing it. He just threw it.
well, on that play, I don't think he could have run anywhere. He had two guys right away all over him, and he had a third guy. There was no open lanes there. He had nothing open. That was all Spagnuolo. We talked about that before. He was all over him. I mean, the Chiefs were all over him. He was 10, 15 yards back easy. And I'm being conservative on that one. So I don't think he had anywhere to go. What I'm saying is he was under so much pressure. The fact that as he was going back, he was able to throw a ball and make it relatively close to being caught was pretty outstanding to me. I mean, I was pretty impressed with that alone, you know. But Okay, hold on one second. Everyone who called the game said they did not see a flag. So clearly this was just an innocent error minus the confusion it led to with viewers. I have no idea, but this is okay. I know there's time. What's going on here? This is from Sports Illustrated. I'm just trying to dig. I know we live in a time. Everyone, hold on. This is from Sports Illustrated like 2 days ago. Hold on. This was a call from Jim Nantz. The whole season on the line for Buffalo here. Here they come. This is what Jim Nantz says. He just desperately throws it up in the air. Incomplete. Kincaid was right there. There is a flag. There was then 9 seconds of silence between Nantz and Tony Romo before Romo said, I didn't see a flag thrown there. Nantz says, I'm told there was a flag. Romo then started to analyze the play with Nantz saying in the background, no flag. So apparently there was no flag, and that Nantz said it out of a mistake. When you have flags on the field, they can be thrown in the secondary, in the offense, all over the place. So there's a spotter that works in coordination with the broadcast team. I'm just taking what information is passed along. I'm scanning the field, and for the life of me, I can't find a flag, but the graphic is up, and I'm told which just part of the chain of communication. I'm told there's a flag. The first thing you do when you're told that is you scan the field and identify for your own edification God, I can't read tonight. What are they looking at? Where did this take place? I couldn't find it. Interestingly enough, Kevin Harlan and Devin McCourty, they're the radio guys calling the game for Westwood One Radio, also said there was a flag on the play, with McCourty speculating that it was for Bills offensive lineman Dion Dawkins, what am I saying? Dion Dawkins taking his helmet off. And then it says, hold on. It says, I spoke to Harlan as well to get his side of the flag. No flag fiasco. And this is what Harlan said. When I'm doing the game, blah, blah, blah. Then our producer would tell me flag, even if sometimes it appears off screen. We, of course, don't have that luxury. So naturally, when I see it come up on our CBS score bug at the bottom of the screen, I said flag. There are so many times a flag is thrown in the so basically he said flag because the broadcast said flag. So the radio was following the
There was a flag, I swear.
I understand. They might have, it looks like they said that they're, hold on. Yeah, Nelson's back. Uh-oh, here we go. Nelson, what's, he's, okay, hold on, everybody. All right, Nelson, what's up?
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you hear that this is the last time that the Super Bowl will be televised without paying for it?
This is the last Super Bowl to be televised without paying for it. Really, they're going to make this a pay per view? I would be shocked. Hey, Beto, what's up?
What?
This where did you hear that, Nelson? Where did you?
Listen to me.
Okay, I will.
Just listen to me for a minute. Netflix is on the works to
Listen to
get the Super Bowl to be aired on Netflix only. So that means it's going to be pay-per-view.
Oh, well. If you have Netflix though, you'll be able to see it. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. So
That's what I'm saying. If
Okay.
you don't have Netflix, you'll have to pay for it.
So, but I thought that the Super Bowl. Okay, hold on. Is the Super Bowl on Netflix or Hulu? Hold on. Everything.
It's on regular Fox.
It's on regular. See, I thought it was only on regular stations. Like the Super Bowl would bounce between CBS, Fox, and I guess NBC. But you're saying that it's going to be on Netflix.
But Netflix is on the work to get the rights to the Super Bowl.
Huh.
I'd be surprised.
I would be
That
surprised.
Jake Paul
Yeah.
versus Mike Tyson fight. It was glitching out. And imagine having 100 million people on there.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see if
They
there's.
fixed that problem because of what happened with the Jake Paul fight.
Okay. NFL stands by next. I would be surprised. Will the Super Bowl ever be behind?
It's a rumor.
Okay. Yeah, because in the New York Times, they said, will the Super Bowl ever be behind a streaming paywall? Here's what it'd take. And this is from the New York Times.
It will eventually.
Yeah. I think they'll lose a lot of people because I think some people watch the Super Bowl because it's almost like a holiday. You know, like they do it, but they like,
But you got to realize in about 10 or 15 years, there will be no such thing as cable.
oh yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, there really isn't cable right now almost. I mean, who has cable anymore? Yeah, no, I agree. You'll have over air for people who don't want to pay, and you'll have streaming. The problem with the streaming is there's so many services. And eventually people are going to be fed up of, having to pay for 7 different services to get different events. They'll just stop. They'll start cutting those. And people aren't going to. The one thing about Netflix is Netflix. Oh, I disconnected. I'm glitching out here, huh, guys? The one thing about it is I don't think people are going to sign up for Netflix just to watch the Super Bowl, though. If they don't have Netflix,
So we'll have fans that will do that.
I think there will be some fans that do that, but I also think some people watch the Super Bowl for all the activities that it has. Like have you ever been to a Super Bowl party and you can't even hear the game? People are watching the commercials, people are talking. It's an event. It's like Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's something like that.
But less political.
Yes.
But
What's up, G-Man?
you hear my question? I said, do you know why we still have on-air channels?
Well, we still have on-air channels because
But the reason why.
well, I don't know the specific reason why, but my assumption is they would have it because they've always had it. And
Emergency purposes.
yeah, emergency purposes, because they have, for emergency purposes and for the fact that these companies have paid for these lines, they paid for the lines. What's up, G-Man?
Not much.
How are you? Who do you think's going to win for the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Oh, we got a lot of Philly fans here, and Nelson thinks everything's scripted and the Chiefs will win. So I'm assuming you might. Are you a Chiefs
I don't
fan?
think it's scripted.
It is scripted. Okay.
Actually,
Hold on. Yeah, Nelson, have you seen the script? Okay, he's not answering. Okay, G-Man.
You just have the season.
Okay, G-Man, are you a Chiefs fan or you just think they're going to win?
I like the Chiefs, but my main team is the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, your main team's Miami Dolphins. A little Tua, little. What do you think of Tyreek, man? They say that he's in good standing, but he said some silly things at the end of the season there.
I think he'll be fine.
Okay, good. I think if Tua's healthy, that's a whole different team, man. And they can really be a lot of fun to watch. That's for sure. All right. So, Nelson, is there okay? So the NFL is a business and it all comes from the front office. Is there any other directives like from the NFL regarding like halftime shows or anything, Nelson? Or does that not matter?
What do you mean by that?
Well, like who picks the halftime shows?
I know.
Who?
The performer.
The performer
Oh,
picks.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z picks the
The
performers.
NFL has no money involved in it.
Oh, in the halftime show?
The performer actually pays the NFL to perform.
Oh, I did not realize that. I didn't know that.
That's actually true.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. Well, that's good publicity then, isn't it? I mean, I think a Super Bowl ad.
And a few years
Yeah.
ago, he paid everything.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure they pay millions of dollars. So is that why when like
We can pay $17 million to perform by himself.
who did?
The Weeknd.
Oh, wow. So I guess when Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre did the halftime show, they all pooled their money then, right?
You don't get paid to go to the halftime show.
Wait, say that again, G-Man?
You don't get paid to go to the halftime show.
Oh yeah, you don't get paid. Well, we're actually I think Nelson and Nathaniel are saying that you actually pay to be the halftime performer.
Yeah, and they boost your
Yeah,
ratings.
that is a fact.
That's the first thing you write about.
I did not know that.
And if the performer has an agency, the agency reimburses the performer.
Okay. Huh, interesting. Let's see. Does a halftime performer pay the NFL? The NFL does pay for the costs associated with bringing the show to life. I'm not seeing anything where it says the performers pay. How much does Super Bowl halftime performers? Oh, here we go. How much do Super Bowl halftime performers pay or get paid to perform? Where are we going? Okay. Do Super Bowl, okay. Super Bowl performer for Usher, that means $671 for the actual performance last year and about $1,800 for the rehearsals leading up. Super Bowl performers are paid the union rate minimum. Okay. The Weeknd spent more than $7 million of his own money. The NFL and Apple pick up the cost for the apparently what it is okay, we're kind of debating the same thing but defined differently. What it is the NFL plays minimum scale to the performers, meaning like if they were a nobody, that's the money that they get paid from the NFL. All right. So when like Kendrick Lamar is playing halftime, he's getting minimum of the payments, but to bring in the dancers, to bring in other musicians, to bring in sets and things like that, he's actually paying out of his own pocket for those assets. And so
He's only bringing one person this year.
well, then he doesn't have to pay that much for him. That's a pretty good job then. So what it is, Nelson, it isn't that the performer pays the NFL, the performer pays for all the other stuff to go on. Like Katy Perry, or I don't know, some of them have like 8,000 little dancers and stuff like, or not 8,000, but like 80 dancers, and they have costume changes, and they have other apparel kind of thing.
NFL's is peanuts.
What? Well, yeah, they get asked by the NFL. The NFL doesn't really pay them any money, essentially, or little to no money. And then if they want to make a big deal out of it, they put in more money of their own to make it a bigger deal. That's really what it comes down to. So, and probably the NFL's been doing it for a long time, because I don't remember what they were, but I remember growing up, people always joked about the Super Bowl halftime shows, like in the first 5 years, that they were like parakeets and people on horses, and they were jokes, compared to what they are now. So it's pretty amazing how far it's come. So
I still to this day think the worst halftime show I watched was
was
Maroon 5.
who?
Maroon 5.
Oh, Maroon 5. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Yeah. My favorite.
The Rihanna show was bad.
Was bad, like bad or bad good?
Bad.
Oh, okay.
Disgustingly bad.
Okay. Who Nelson, who's your favorite halftime show?
Michael Jackson was one of them.
Okay.
Gaga was one of them.
Okay. Good. Not Katy Perry?
Madonna.
Madonna, yeah. I like the Who.
No, not Katy Perry.
Okay. I like the Who. I like Dr. Dre and Snoop and everybody that one time.
I like that
Not
one.
like the Snoop
My
song.
favorite is
Yeah.
Usher.
Okay. Yeah. He got a lot of praise for what he did.
Usher.
My rankings.
Yeah. What are your rankings?
My favorites were obviously Rihanna, because he did that perfect performance while being pregnant.
Oh.
And also Snoop and Dr. Dre and Michael Jackson.
Oh, Z's is here, Nathaniel, and he says Adam Levine and Travis Scott had the best Super Bowl because I'm biased. Oh, is that when the Eagles won? Was that the halftime show? I don't remember all the halftime shows, really, to be honest with you.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of.
I like the halftime show and their rock band.
Yeah, the rock. I like the rock bands. Mine?
If I'm not mistaken, the Patriots won that Super Bowl.
Yeah. I can't match up halftime shows with, like, because sometimes I'm talking about the game with somebody and not even paying attention, or I don't even know the music of the one person. So, but they've had, I mean, from what I remember, they've had. Oh my God, I keep glitching out here. They've had like big rock stars, like rock and roll, not like old school kind of stuff for a while. Dre and all those are the best. Yeah, I thought Dre and all those guys were the best. That was one of my favorites. Okay, so Z's.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite NFL team?
I don't really have one because I live in St. Louis and we've lost 2 NFL teams in my lifetime. But I do enjoy watching Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to lie about that. He's fun because he's very intense, but he looks like he smiles a lot. I've seen a couple of videos where he's mic'd up, and I think it's funny what he says to the linemen and stuff. I also, like, my son loved him all season, but I wasn't a huge fan until the playoffs. I love Jaden Daniels. I love watching him play. He is so much fun. I mean, as painful as it is, I might become sort of a Commanders fan because of him. He is so much fun to watch. So young, and
He could do everything.
yeah, he can just do anything. It is just incredible. So,
Now, I do have
The only thing the host likes when it comes to sports is the St. Louis Cardinals.
yes, and the St. Louis Blues. That's it. Nelson,
I do have one.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
We're talking about halftime shows.
Yeah.
You can't mark off Prince.
Oh, Prince. Yeah. Prince was a big one. I remember that. Yes. I forgot that.
Gonna ask me?
I was going to ask you, I can't remember, who's your team? Do you have a team for the NFL? Do you have a team you root for?
The lovable Cubs.
Oh, you're the Green Bay Vikings guy, but you like the Cubs. Okay. Wow. Oh, so so we're mortal enemies because it's Cubs and Cardinals, of course. But yeah. Yeah, no, see, but growing up, the problem, sort of my problem growing up was the fact that I never hated the Cubs because growing up I played second base and my favorite player was Ryan Sandberg, who was the second baseman for the Cubs because he was the only yeah, he was yeah. Yeah, he was awesome because he was a power hitting second baseman and those weren't really a thing back then. You know, your shortstop and your second baseman didn't hit home runs very much. I mean, Cal Ripken hit home runs. He was kind of a big deal. What? Yeah, who's that? Who is it? Go.
Albert Pujols.
Oh yeah, Albert Pujols. He's one of my favorites. Go Blues, says David Y'all. I'm a huge Blues fan. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. And then he went to the Angels and he just bottomed out but we were glad to get him back for that last year. That was a lot of fun having him here and he really I didn't know if he'd get to 700, but he got there and over. So wow, I'm glitching all night, huh? Yeah, I'll probably
The Cubs almost had him, but they didn't offer him enough money.
yeah. So are you in the Chicago area then, Nelson?
No, I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, wow. Okay, but where you're at in Kentucky, do you get all the Cubs broadcasts? Or
Used to through WGN.
WGN doesn't go there anymore? Or
There is no WGN anymore.
oh, wow. See, I haven't been on cable in a long time. Oh, wow, there is no WGN. Hadn't even realized.
You have YouTube TV or something?
Yeah, I have YouTube TV. That's what I have. Do they not have I haven't even thought of WGN in a long time. I used to watch all the Cubs games. I mean,
It's Baylor Sports now.
Okay. They switched all that like all these other places. Would you give up a 2020? Okay, Beto has a serious question here. Would you give up a 2025 pick number 9 for college players in exchange for Monty? He means Montgomery with the Lions. I don't know, man. I mean, Montgomery is a known entity, Beto. Like, yeah.
My opinion, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm leaning towards a no. Anybody else? What's that?
Who's the Lions?
Well, the Detroit Lions, David Montgomery, the running back.
David Montgomery.
Yeah, would you trade David Montgomery for a number 9 pick? If it was maybe a higher pick, like a 5, I might go for it. But at 9, you know, let's face it, the NFL draft is kind of a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get, really. Oh, you're getting Monty. Oh. Yes. Oh, Beto. Yes, Beto. Yes, Beto. I would get Monty for a number 9 pick. Yes, I would make that trade. Yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, I would take Monty for a number 9 pick. That is a great pick. Definitely. And you got to figure, even if Monty.
I said it was up to me.
Yeah.
Lions wouldn't be in the NFL.
Well, come on now. Detroit has to have a team. They were pretty good this year. They just kind of bottomed out in the playoffs. That's the thing.
They don't need the team.
No, because Jerry Call played like bad in the first playoff game. If I'm being honest, well, the Lions are the most overrated team in the league. First of all, Jared Goff sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything to defend them. He's genuinely
The Lions is what we call a poverty team.
So for the most part, this offense isn't going anywhere. They have fucking Jared Goff
Yeah, I hear you.
quarterback.
So,
Everybody else is serious. The O-line is good.
Nelson, why do you call them Nelson, why do you call them a poverty team?
When was the last time they were in the Super Bowl?
Well, they've never been in the Super Bowl. Yeah, okay, I see you.
Barely been in the playoffs either.
I mean, they were bad in the 90s, even with Barry Sanders. I mean, they made the playoffs a couple years with him, but worried about Gibbs at all?
They can't even make the playoffs.
Oh,
They just did.
Yeah, they did. So Beto, okay, I think Beto has a follow.
Their whole entire history, it's been very few.
It has. It has. They were a laughing stock many years, just like Cleveland. Beto then worried about Gibbs. So you're saying Gibbs like will become the starter and Montgomery won't have many touches. I think they'll continue with the two-headed monster that they had last year. And if they don't, they might trade Montgomery, which would benefit you to begin with. If you're worried about Montgomery not getting enough touches, not getting enough runs, I wouldn't make the deal then. I don't like right now. I don't have any information that says Gibbs is clearly number one. He's going to get all the target, all the snaps, all that kind of stuff. I think they're going to go back to that two-headed monster. That's the way Campbell was all season until Montgomery got hurt. I don't see why he would change that. It worked for them. It probably helped them in a lot of ways because you're bringing in a fresh running back every other possession kind of. So, but just shoot me a DM and we can talk about it more, Beto. There's so much going on tonight. I don't have any trivia tonight, but you know what? Because you asked, I'll try. Yeah.
Another poverty team.
What's another poverty team, Nelson?
The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I just said that. They are another poverty team, no doubt about it. Have never made a Super Bowl. Never sniffed the Super Bowl. Now, I think Detroit is closer to a Super Bowl than Cleveland is right now. Cleveland's got money issues with Deshaun Watson. They got to figure out what they're going to do with him. It doesn't look like he's going to retire, and so they're going to have to pay him his money, and they made a horrible contract with him. I've heard people say that Sam Darnold might go to Cleveland next year. I doubt that. I can't imagine that. Well, I also heard Russell Wilson might go to the Raiders because he played for Pete Carroll in Seattle, so there might be that connection.
Yeah, he's on his way to the Raiders because of Pete Carroll.
Yeah, that's what I think. And they'll have Russell Wilson start maybe next year. They'll draft somebody this year, and then in 2 years he might be a backup or out of the league. But that's kind of the way I see it. But you could be right. I mean, it all depends on who's willing to pay who, and all that. I mean, maybe somebody comes out of left field and gives Russell Wilson a big contract. I don't know who that would be, but you never know. So, I'm glitching again, huh? All right. Well, guys, I've hit about almost the 90-minute mark. I'm going to jump off, but I will be back. Don't forget, if you're on right now, hit that follow button on TikTok. Hit subscribe on YouTube. That way, when I'm on, you get those little updates. And I'll be back on at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30. Okay, good. Don't forget to follow me, guys. That way when I'm on, and we'll talk.
Read the comment.
Cool. What's that? Read my comment. I have a bet to make. If the Chiefs win, I will buy you 1 or 2 nosebleed tickets to a Billikens game. Yeah, they're like $20. I can just buy those. Don't worry about it. If the Chiefs win, you're saying if the Chiefs, I bet the Chiefs. So what do I have to do if the Eagles win? I'll get you a dozen golf balls. We'll talk about it, Nathaniel. We got lots of time. I'll be back on tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Don't forget to hit that follow. Good talking with you all. Have a great 24 hours. Until next time, have fun, everybody. Take care.